Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League, and it is time for the All-Star Game here in Season 6. We've gone through 3 seasons with the favorites. We've gone through a total of 6 seasons here in the Chemlock League, and before we hit the playoffs, which our favorites are the number 1 team in the Yang Conference, we are going to go through an exhibition matchup. Gone through both the Yin and the Yang All-Star or Conference and set All-Stars. We are going to get into this one and see who comes out on top. No stakes for this one, just fun. And the number 1 team in the entire league was the Sewer Sneaks. They play here at Sakura Hills, so that's where we're going to be set up. And I'm going to say, I think. I don't think I've ever seen a foggy game, so let's go ahead and check that one out. 6 innings, designated hitter on, and sure, we'll set the auto runner in the extra innings just in case, so we don't run too long. So, I have already set the lineups for these teams, and we will go through them one by one. Actually, do I want to do this yet? I think we'll do it when we get into the game. The home team should be... Wait, who did the... Did I get to set that? Wait, is that how I set it here? Now I don't know. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. But just in case, let's do the Yang All-Stars on the right. Or the Yin All-Stars on the right and the Yang All-Stars on the left. Just in case, the Yin All-Stars will be home for this matchup. Sorry about that. And now we're back to your scheduled programming. I will explain these players as we go through this game, so I won't go into anything. I did go back and do some research on history of these players in the All-Star game and some of their stats and their rankings across the league. So we have the lineup set. We are going to head out to the field, so over to Sakura Hills for this All-Star game. The pitchers for both sides going to be Asher Garcia from our favorites and Narciso Lushley from the Dive Bombers was the number 1 pitcher for the Yin Conference. Should be the Yin Conference at home. If not, I messed up. Yes, okay, perfect. So I'm glad I switched those. Narciso Lushley, the pitcher of record for the Yin Conference here to start, had a 1.00 ERA, good for 4th in the league, a 106 whip, and a .88 or 188 OBA with 17 strikeouts and 18 innings, was number 8 in the top 10. He faces off against Zaire Brazone from the Scroungers. He was number 4 in the top 10 with a 469 batting average, a 1214 OPS, 3 home runs, and 13 RBIs. He grounds out to first base. Tyson Mosley, who we saw earlier this year from the Ungulates, had a 375 batting average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Not the best year ever, but it was a solid one. 3 home runs, tied for 10th in the league. And he'll ground to second base. That's out number 2 for you, Lushley. You know Odin Thomas. You love him. You see him here. And he is going to be in center field to start this one. I typically will just work the rosters the best I can to get everybody in there in the right spots, especially those starters. And he is your MVP this year. So he came up huge for the favorites. He strikes out there, which is something he was prone to doing in the previous game or across the season. But that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Lushley. Now Asher Garcia comes up. Asher with 3 previous All-Star appearances in season 3, 4, and 5. Season 3 with the Ungulates, and then of course the last 3 have been with the favorites as he gives up a base hit to right. That base hit was allowed to Lucas Wallace of the Dirt Dogs. I said Narciso Lushley is from the Dirt Dogs as well. I can't remember if I said that. He had a decent year. Here comes Timber Pickles. Timber with the Maulers. Had a solid season with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs, both good for 2nd in the league. He was number 7 in the top 10. Asher Garcia MVP Cy Young, his second career Cy Young winning. He had 32 strikeouts with the league. Tyson Mosley with a nice leaping catch there. A .86 whip, good for 10th in the league, and a 1.71 ERA, which was number 8. He ended up number 1 in the top 10. And he faces off Ed Guerrero. You've seen him before. He was a Season 3 Mauler appearance for the All-Star Game, and then Season 4 with the Dirt Dogs, still with the Dirt Dogs. He had 4 home runs and 10 RBIs this year. He also had 4 stolen bases, which was tied for 3rd. So a lot of movement on the base paths for him. He was top 10. He was number 10 in the top 10. And Asher having a tough time getting out of this inning. He's already thrown 13 pitches with only 1 out and good speed over at first, but he gets the Ed Guerrero frozen for his first strikeout here in this game. Mr. Ingrown comes up with a Tier 3 outside pitch trait. Mr. Ingrown, we'll see if I can find him really quick, has the worst name in the world. Number 6 in the top 10 this year. Runner takes off. Throw down is safe. Good speed from the the runner at first. Mr. Ingrown had 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. An 1189 OPS was top 5, and he walks here. So I think Ingrown was the number 1 total base getter for the Yin Conference. On the other side, it was Odin Thomas with 43 total bases. Here comes Joshua Woods. He's been here before. He takes strike 3, frozen, but Woods has made it from the Pythons here. He has not been to an All-Star game, actually. 3 home runs and 7 RBIs this year. Decent year for the Pythons, which was pretty quiet. Here comes Top Longstroke. He was a number 5 in the top 10. He ranked number 1 in OPS with a 1279, and holy shit, there you go. As Top Longstroke sends one into the rock garden in dead center field. He was given Odin Thomas a run for his money in the top 10 voting. He ends up getting beat out by Odin Thomas, but it shows up here. 4 home runs and 12 RBIs on the season, and he gets one here to break the tie. Messiah Marino now comes up from the Dive Bombers. He also made it back in Season 2 with the Below Zeros. Decent year with a 357 batting average, 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. 27 total bases here. And Lushley, as you'll see, has the long reliever trait as he gets a strikeout there against Marino. So for anyone not familiar, I'll always set the starting pitcher as a long reliever so that they tire quicker, and that can get us to the bullpen. Kelly Livingston made it with the Protectors last year. He's back again here. He had 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Was a solid catching option for the All-Star game here as he grunts to first base. And of course, we love to see her. Fernanda Branch was number 9 in the top 10, which was crazy. Did not expect an All-Star appearance for her, of all players on our team. That she had a 457 batting average, which was 3rd in the league, and at 1109 OPS, which was 10th in the league. She had a really solid season for the favorites, and that gave her an All-Star appearance. So we have Asher Garcia face off against Sam Painter. Sam Painter from the Pythons made it off of his 4 home runs and 10 RBIs and 33 total bases. So him and Joshua Woods both making it to the All-Star game. A 2-2 count and a grounder to second base. Handy Smells will scoop and toss to Marino, and it looks like Sam Painter has injured himself. I don't believe the Pythons made it to the playoffs, and they're hoping that it's a small injury. He pulls his hammy, so he's probably going to be done for the rest of this game. As DeAndre Plow, the Reapers catcher, comes up to the plate. 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, by far one of the more productive catchers in the league, and a grounder to third, cut off by Fernanda Branch, and she cannon arms it over to first base. Brandon Sesame comes up. The burner makes it to his first All-Star game, batting .390 this year. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. He did have 3 doubles and 6 walks, along with 1 triple. So he had some production even outside of the home run ball. and that's why he got here, and Asher Garcia strikes him out looking to end the inning. So Asher cruising through 2, only allowing 1 hit so far. And now the Yang conference will come back up, and starter Hanny Smalls from the Protectors comes up, batting .319 with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. 31 total bases for the Protector. He'll take a ball as Lushley comes back out to the mound. You saw Marcel Vincent has replaced the injured Sam Painter. And a base hit from Hanny Smalls. We'll bring it around to Sky Wall from the Skulls. Had a 439 batting average, good for 5th in the league, and a 1.111 OPS, which was good for 9th in the league. As you see the errant throw from DeAndre Plow, and that allows the very slow runner to move to second base. I think that was a failed hit and run, but now RBI 0 is activated. Doesn't matter. Skywall goes down swinging. Narciso Lushley puts away the very solid Skulls first baseman, and now Zaire Berzon will come up for his second at bat. Here he has tier 3 RBI 0. Not in a good spot here, but he gives that ball a ride. Unfortunately, gets ahead of it, pulls it foul, and it gets out of play. 1-1 count. Whiffs through strike 2 as the change gets pulled on Berzon. I didn't even notice this, but Lushley as a starter only has 3 pitches, and he still put up a top 10 performance this year. That one's pulled foul. It's a 2-2 count. And a grounder up the middle. Joshua Woods goes straight to the third baseman, and that's a very foolish decision for I can't remember who it was that's running here. I think it was Hanny Smalls that just got caught in a pickle between second and third, and so it's going to be a fielder's choice from Berzon. Now here comes Tyson Mosley, tier 2 fastball hitter, and tier 1 contact versus righties. As you can see, the traits don't really line up very well with the chemistry, and that's just a product of, hey, all-star game, you're putting the best players together, but that doesn't always mean the best chemistry. As a grounder to shortstop will end the innings, and Lushley gets out of it unscathed in the third after allowing a base hit and a stolen base. So Jamie Healthy will come up, getting her first at-bat, and she is a bone chill. Batted .317 this year, .959 OPS, 2 home runs, and 8 RBIs. 25 total bases for the Bone Chills, and it's a 1-1 count. Asher still cruising here. Despite throwing 35 pitches, he's probably not going to last too much longer, as there's a strikeout to Healthy. And Lucas Wallace will come back up after going 1 for 1 today. He gets his second at-bat here. Wallace had 2 stolen bases, which was tied for 7th in the league. So not a lot of activity in the stolen base category this year, as he gets a base hit up the middle. So 1 out for Timber Pickles. Timber also making his first All-Star appearance. He was number 7 in the top 10. And 5 home runs and 14 RBIs, so big power output. Also walked 5 times at a total of 33 total bases. And Asher Garcia locked in but tired. There's a strike on a 3-1 count, or on a 3-0 count. Great speed over at first base. Infield to double play depth with 1 out. And there's strike 3 called, so falls behind 3-0, works his way back and gets the called strike 3. Asher Garcia with, I believe, about 4 strikeouts. We'll see. 5 strikeouts today. His 45th pitch on the way to Ed Guerrero is foul. This is a recipe for disaster right now. Runner takes off. Ball in the dirt. Throw down is not in time. Stolen base for Lucas Wallace. He's in scoring position for Ed Guerrero, who's 0 for 1. And I think we knew it was coming. I said a recipe for disaster, and Ed Guerrero squares up and just destroys a pitch. Pulled down the left field line. Absolute bomb. 449 for him. And he'll get the Yin Conference back into the lead here. It's now 2-1. And that should do it for Asher Garcia. Pitched really well up until that batter he should not be facing off against. The manager's deciding to keep him in despite giving up the home run. Now Mr. Ingrown comes back up. And a base hit up the middle. So again, all-star game, these pitchers aren't intended to go for very long. They should be cycling out so that we can see more of them. But of course, that is not how the AI understands. So it ends up being an extra length of time here for Asher Garcia before he finally gets pulled. Braylon Bowen comes in. He is the pitcher from the Skulls. He had a decent year, not a great one. A 111 whip, a 239 opponent batting average, struck out 7 in 18 innings pitched. I believe he was a reliever. This is a product of, and I'll show you after this game, this is a product of the Skulls dumped their entire team before the playoffs. So nobody in that pitching staff had any length of time pitching with the team. We have 2 runners on with 2 outs, and Marcel Vincent will come up for his first at bat, tier 3 outside pitch, and tier 1 bad ball hitter. Very interesting trait combo there. And Marcel Vincent, appearance from the Outlaws this year, had a 292 average with 5 doubles, 1 triple. He also stole a base. Not a great year, but a decent year, and he pops out to end the inning. But 2 runs come across on the Ed Guerrero 2-run homer against Asher Garcia. The Yank Conference down by 1 in the top of the 4th here. Lushley still out there. He struck Odin Thomas out last time. Checks a swing, takes a strike, 1-1 count, and he'll take a ball inside. 40 pitches already from Lushley. And fools him on the changeup. It's a 2-2 count for Odin, and he'll get a base hit up the middle. So good shot there from the favorite outfielder. And we have a runner aboard with nobody out. Top long stroke will come up. He's 1 for 1. He already has 1 home run today. Chance to do some more damage here. And Lushley will stay out there. Tier 2 inside pitch. Takes a strike on a slider. Ball outside. And low and away. 45th pitch on the way is a liner right to Joshua Woods. That's caught, and that'll be out number 1. Now comes Messiah Marino. 0 for 1 today, has tier 2 easy target. That helps Lushley's accuracy a bit. And Marino will dribble to Lushley. It'll go 1-4-3 double play ends the inning. So Lushley through 4 now has allowed 1 run on 3 hits, 1 home run from top long stroke, the only run scored so far. DeAndre Plow comes up. He's 0 for 1. Braylon Bowen stays out there for the Yang Conference. And a strike taken. It's 0-2 to Plow. And he'll loft one into left field, coming in on it, but it's going to bounce. His top long stroke doesn't have the speed to cover a lot of ground there in left field. Brandon Sesame comes up. 0 for 1 today. And there is a wild thrower trait behind the plate in Kellen Livingston. Runner, I think, on first has bad jumps. And field a double play depth. 0-2 count is taken low for a ball. And check swing. No, he didn't go, but they called it strike 3 anyways. So now 1 out for Jamie Healthy, who struck out last time. And Braylon Bowen pitching pretty well here. Did give up 2 hits, but got out of the jam. First pitch popped foul. And hard hit ball from Healthy, swing. And that one's going to one-hop the wall in right center field. Odin Thomas comes up throwing. Great arm, and that's going to hold the runner at third base. So good range from the right fielder covering center today. And Jamie Healthy gets a double. Puts runners at second and third with 1 out for Lucas Wallace, who is 2 for 2 with 2 walks. With 2 base hits. He's locked in. Braylon Bowen throwing his 20th pitch. It's taken for a ball. 1-1 count with 1 out. And a base hit right center field. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Odin Thomas will come up throwing, but it's going to allow Lucas Wallace to coast into second base with a 2-run double. And that doubles this lead for the Yin Conference. They're now up 4-1. Braylon gets pulled for Bo Adams. Bo Adams was in your top 10. No, he wasn't. He didn't make it into the top 10, but had a really great season. a 77 ERA, 077 WHIP, a 190 OBA, and 13 strikeouts in 11 and 2/3 innings. 10th in OBA, 3rd in WHIP. They pick off the runner, caught stealing 3rd here. Bo Adams also tied for 2nd with the 077 ERA. He was a all-star in season 3 with the Dirt Dogs. He was an all-star in season 5 and now season 6 with the Rippers. And a base hit to left field. And fortunately, you avoid the runner scoring there as the runner got picked off. Now 2 outs, good speed on first base for Ed Guerrero. Fools him on the changeup, I believe that was. And there's a curveball. It's lofted into foul territory. It's going to get out of play. So it is down 0-2. And forkball is pop foul and out of play. And a liner to Marino will end the inning. So 2 runs come across against Braylon Bowen. The Yin Conference take a 4-1 lead heading into the top of the 5th here. And now Kellen Livingston will come up. And he was a Season 5 All-Star. I think I mentioned that with the Protectors. He's back again this year. The catching situation is pretty interesting when I do these All-Star games because essentially I set all the other lineups and then I just look at the catching position to see who deserves to get back in there. Leslie over 50 pitches, and that should probably do it for him as he gives up a leadoff base hit to the Yang All-Star. And he is over 50 pitches now, and it'll go to Fernanda Branch. She's 0 for 1. She came up clutch a lot for the favorites is Levi Randolph, the closer. The only closer to make it into the All-Star game this year. He is a rookie and a first-time All-Star from the Burners organization. Had a 1.13 ERA. He had an 0.38 WHIP, an 0.80 OBA, and 6 strikeouts and 8 innings pitched. So not a lot of opportunities, but he was successful when he was given the ball. And he strikes out Fernanda Branch there. So 1 out for Hanny Smalls. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Levi showing, even though he's a rookie, he deserves to be here. Tier 3 Little Hack is taken for a ball. Runner takes off on the hit and run. It's going to be successful, but it has to hold at second base as the ball was hit to left field. But 2 aboard now with 1 out for Skywall with Tier 1 RBI hero. And Randolph will stay out there for now. We'll see how long he can last as a closer. A 2-0 count to Wall. Good spot for her. She'll take a strike. And she'll pull 1 foul, and it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. And a base hit up the middle, so Skywall comes through. It was shallow, so Timber Pickles gets it in quickly, and the runners have to hold. But now bases loaded for, of course, the RBI 0, Zaire Brazone. A good chance for a pinch hitter here. So great options on the bench, but they're going to stick with the RBI here. 0. Has Tier 1 clutch as well in a max pressure situation, but it doesn't do much against that Tier 3 RBI 0 trait. 1 out, and Randolph 2-1 count here with 1 out. Curveball is pop foul, and it's 2-2. Chases strike 3 way out of the zone, and Randolph comes up with a big strikeout there. A moment here for Tyson Mosley, see if he can come through for his team and for the Undulates, as former favorite Amalia Choi comes in to relieve Randolph. Amalia, with her first appearance, she's pitching for the Reapers this year. Had a 2.25 ERA on 0.88 WHIP, and she'll get a grounder here to the first baseman, and that gets them out of the jam. So Choi comes up huge for the Reapers in the Yin Conference. She had 1 complete game shutout with 12 strikeouts and 16 innings this year. So not a world beater year, but a really solid one. Mr. Ingrown will come up against Bo Adams, who is staying out there for now. Ingrown takes a strike. Ball high. That one's popped foul. And a 1-2 count, swing through, strike 3 for Ingrown. He goes down, and Joshua Woods will come up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He may have scored a run in that last inning with the double, but I cannot recall. And a ball there, 2-0 count. Make it 3-0. And a strike low and in, taken, of course. And an off-speed pitch that he barrels up and pulls into left field. So Joshua Woods is aboard with 1 out for Marcel Vincent. He's 0 for 1 today. And now Marcel Vincent comes up. He is in as he replaced Sam Painter, who pulled his hamstring in his first at-bat. Vincent flies to left field, easily playable and being called by Zaire Rizzo. Oh, no, top long stroke. That's out number 2. Runner retreats back to first, and DeAndre Plow will come up 1 for 2 with a single. Bo Adams about to throw his 20th pitch. It's a strike. Pulled foul there, and it's 0-2. Adams trying to get the put out. Plow checks his swing and holds. Doesn't chase outside. It's now even 2-2. Ball low. Full count, runners take off and frozen for strike 3. That will end the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. The Yang Conference has 1 chance left, and they're going to go 3-4-5 here to try and stop the Yin Conference from stealing this game from them. And a grounder to second base. Ed Guerrero will scoop and toss to first. 0 for 3 day for Odin Thomas. Give me 1 moment. I'll be right back. First pitch is swung and fouled. Second one, same thing. 0-2 count for long stroke, and Choi will see him stay alive. Another one fouled, so 4 straight foul balls for long stroke here. And a hard hit ball tailing away from the center fielder, but chasing it down, Timber Pickles, and that's going to be out number 2. So the Yang Conference down to their last out. Messiah Marino comes up 0 for 2. And Tier 2 easy target is going to give Choi a little bit of help here, but doesn't matter. Marino, the Messiah, sends one to left field and keeps this game alive a little bit longer for the Yang All-Stars. It's now 4-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, so they're not done yet, but it's not looking great so far. And we're going to see if Livingston can keep the line moving. He is 1 for 2. We're in a max pressure situation. And here comes Choi. She's going to stay in there despite giving up the home run. She's at neutral mojo. 1-1 count to Livingston. He'll take a ball high and in. Make it 2-1, and fastball down the middle. He couldn't catch up to it. And Choi will just about get him there. Pop up, that's going to do it. Out of the crouch is Plow. He calls it, catches it, ends the inning. So, your Yin Conference All-Stars are your winners in Season 6. And if anyone is curious, let me go back and look here. In Season 5, Season 4, and Season 1, the Yin Conference won. So they're on a 3-year winning streak. The Yang Conference won back in Season 2 and Season 3. So some interesting results here. We'll see who gets the top 3. I'm not going to break down the stats here. 4-2 victory for the Yin All-Stars. A home run from Ed Guerrero, a 2-run shot for him. Home runs on the other side for top long stroke and Messiah Marino. Also should note for the 3-for-3 day from Lucas Wallace with a 2-run double and then scored a run. So very, very busy on the base paths for the Yin All-Stars. Asher gives up that home run to Ed Guerrero, and that ended up being the ultimate deciding number there as he gets a loss 2 2/3. He did give up 1 walk and 4 hits, struck out 5. Who's by far probably the most productive, executed pitcher, but he gave up that 2-run homer, and that really was what did him in. Lushley gets the win, and he deserved it. 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run on a home run, and 3 strikeouts. Your top 3 are going to be Lucas Wallace, Ed Guerrero, and top long stroke, and that is your Season 6 All-Star game. As I will typically do, I do want to go in and check out the other players and make sure that they get their acknowledgement of their success this year. So we'll start with the Yin All-Stars since they were the ones that won this game, and players that did not get an opportunity to play, we'll highlight them briefly. So we saw Plow and Grown healthy, Ed Guerrero, Sam Painter, who injured himself running down to first base. We have Gustav Lambert from the Marauders this year. Decent year, 4 walks, 4 doubles, 1 home run, 4 RBIs for him, 20 total bases for the Marauders. So not a really big turnout for him or the Marauders offense this year. Lorelei Von Crum, a 1, 2, 3-time All-Star. She made it back in season 2 with the Sewer Sneaks, and season 4 and this year she makes it back with the Blurs. She had an average year, 767 OPS, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 3 doubles. Another okay outing for the Blurs offense there. We saw these 4 outfielders as well. We saw Lushley get the start. Interesting that he did so well as a starter with only 3 pitches. We have Liana Jaramillo. Liana came from the Blurs as well. She was a season 4 All-Star from the Blurs. She tied for 7th with 18 Ks, had a 3.12 ERA and an 0.98 WHIP. She'd had a solid year for her team, not as good as an S-tier pitcher should have. Jane Bulgar, another S-tier pitcher from the Bone Chills, was a season 5 All-Star, was 2nd in OBA, which was a 161, 5th in WHIP with an 0.80, and 9th in ERA with a 1.80 ERA in 15 innings pitched with 16 strikeouts. Ramon Burr gets the appearance for the Marauders. Made it back in season 2 with the Sewer Sneaks, again in season 5 and now season 6 with the Marauders. Tied for 7th with 18 Ks, had 1 complete game, a 1.93 ERA, and 18 2/3 innings pitched. Autumn Riley, really want to give her a shout out here. Her first All-Star appearance from the Sewer Sneaks, the home team in the All-Star game there. Number 1 in ERA. She did not allow an earned run this year. In 12 1/3 innings pitched, she struck out 9, 89 or a 0.89 WHIP and a 0.196 opponent batting average. So what a dominant performance from the Sewer Sneaks reliever. We talked to Malia Choi. Dane Schaffer here from the Outlaws had a 0.83 WHIP, which was good for 8th in the league, 2.30 ERA, and 10 strikeouts in 15 2/3 relieved innings pitched. Luciano Stafford made it as a Python with 1.88 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, and a 2.18 OBA at 13 strikeouts in 14 1/3 innings pitched. Sophie Parsons, appearing on behalf of the Maulers, led the league in WHIP with a .61 WHIP. She also led the league in OBA with 134 opponent batting average. She had 1 complete game in 19 2/3 innings pitched. She struck out 16. And we talked about Levi Randolph. So that is the Yin All-Stars, the offense, or the Yang All-Stars. We saw Kellen, Sky, Messiah. We did not get a chance to see Teodoro Lucero of the Burglars. Batted .324 with 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a .964 OPS. Had 23 total bases for the Burglars. Saw Smalls. We did not see Zuri Herman. She was a season 1 Python All-Star. This is her first time back. She's representing the below zeros this year. Had a .417 batting average, had 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, a 1,000 OPS, and 21 total bases. Everyone else here, except for Braden Sorelli. Sorelli gets the appearance. He was a season 1 Outlaw, now with the Skimmers. Had a 745 OPS with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs and 4 walks for the Skimmers. Pitching-wise, we saw Garcia. You did not see Reeve Blackwell. This guy has been one of the most dominant pitchers in the league for such a long time. He was number 3 in the top 10. He was an all-star in seasons 2 and 3 with the Scroungers, was season 4 and now season 6 with the Dive Bombers. Was number 5 in ERA with a 137. He had a .97 whip, a 200 opponent batting average, and 22 strikeouts. Good for number 3 in the top 10. 19 and 2/3 innings pitched. Romeo Carson was a season 1 Bone Chill All-Star, now with the Protectors, his first time back. 2.16 ERA, a 2.42 opponent batting average, and 15 strikeouts in 16 and 2/3 innings pitched. Biddles Waller makes this appearance from the below zeros. Also appeared in season 5 as a burner. I'm trying to read my own handwriting here. Had 18 strikeouts, a 2.70 ERA, and a .90 whip in 20 innings pitched for the below zeros this year. We talked about Bo Adams. Tamari McCarthy, Scrounger starter, had a 3.44 ERA, 11 strikeouts in a complete game, and 18 1/3 innings pitched. Werner Walter, you've seen him plenty of times with the Burglars. We saw him this year, and he beat up on us. A 2.30 ERA, a .7 whip, was second in the league, and a 1.64 OBA, which was good for third in the league. 15 strikeouts in 15 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's a long reliever that was starting this year. Talked about Braylon Bowen. A quick shout out to Kid Short. Kid Short from the Undulates was a rookie last year, making his first All-Star appearance last year, now again. So in 2 years, he has made 2 All-Star appearances. So great job from the kid. And he, as the Undulates reliever, had a 2.03 ERA, a 1.50 whip, and 9 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings pitched. Congrats to him. And then lastly, Grayson Pickles here, we saw from the Skimmers. So I actually want to... Wait, no, I'm sorry. That was the Skulls. Grayson Pickles from the Skimmers had a great year, a 2.20 ERA, a 1.16 whip, and 9 strikeouts in 16 1/3 innings pitched. I know that's a lot of info. Just trying to give these players credit for the hard work that they put in all year long and give them that recognition that they deserve. So all of that to say, before we finish up this video, I am going to make sure you don't see anything here. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't spoil anything for any other series that I'm doing. So I wanted to show this to you because I thought it was really, really crazy. Remember how the Skulls were just kind of dumping salary, and I made the off comment about, I wonder what that means for the All-Star game. I just want to show you what my options were for the Skulls, for this team stats for their pitchers. Look at that. They have 3 pitchers here, or 3 starters, only 2 that started all 4 games, so only 2 players that appeared in all 4 of their starts. And Jesus Lang and Braylon Bowen. And Dominic Ramos came in halfway through the year. Chris Blopside, the only player to survive the drop-off in all of those pitchers that they were getting rid of. So really, really crazy, but just wanted to show you. That's why Braylon Bowen was the best of this group and why he ended up getting the All-Star appearance this year. So, yeah, really strange, but it is what it is. Anyways, that is going to do it for the All-Star game. As we head to the end of this video, I just want to start the playoffs here and take a look at what we're going to be seeing next time out. The number 1 seeded favorites will be facing off against the number 4 seed Protectors. In the same conference, you'll see the number 2 Scroungers going up against the number 3 Rippers. In the Yin Conference, it's going to be number 1 Sewer Sneaks against the number 4 Maulers, and then the number 2 Marauders against the number 3 Dirt Dogs. And a refresher on the standings there, you see the favorites with 11-5. You see the Sewer Sneaks at 13-3. And that's what shakes out the standings here. It's going to be very interesting. So the top 3 are the first 3 games here. It's going to be All-Stars Asher Garcia versus Romeo Carson. And Victor Simmons versus, oh gosh, what's his name? Is it Michael Bowen? I'm drawing a blank right now. There's a lot of Bowens in the league. And then am debating on whether I would go for that third game. If we go to the third game, whether we're going to start Jess Trujillo or Cairo Cohen. And the only reason I'm still considering Cairo in the 3 spot is because we are screwed if the AI decides to bring Cairo in any of these games, and we have to get to a 4th starter because we don't have one. So it's down to Avery Connor or Cairo Cohen on who would start if we ended up playing a 4th game, essentially. So nervous about that, but we'll see how it plays. That's what the offseason is going to look like, and that's what we'll see next time out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.